punishment intro, and I forgot.
Yeah, well, good morning, everyone.
Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
It's sábado gigante. But when you
right.
watch it, it'll be Domingo. It'll be Sunday.
It will be a domingo. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, spiritual Sundays with your spiritual besties.
Yeah.
So it's Akina and Britt,
On the spiritual tip.
where we talk about some spiritual.
Gee.
But today we gonna switch it up.
We are gonna switch it up.
It's
today.
it's episode 10. It's the last season. We gonna
feeling very
recap.
just
Chill.
flowy. You know,
Yeah,
just
it's
gonna
a
flow.
full moon. Just releasing and chilling, just
Yeah.
going with the flow.
Yes.
Rolling with the homies. So today we're gonna just kiki. So
Rest in peace, Brittany Murphy.
oh my God,
I know.
I know. Speaking, of, you know, it was just, you know what? That was kind of a segue
It was a segue.
because I was, you know, the queen died.
Which
Some people will
queen?
say rest in peace. Some people will say ding dong. The witch is dead. But it was a lot of different point of views on it.
Yeah, well.
Honestly, what baffles me is when I saw, I love myself some Viola Davis, but I saw her like, rest in peace to
Did
our.
she really?
Yes, I was so flabbergasted. Because I
Okay.
said, Viola, you're about to be Woman King.
Did she really?
She literally took down reigns like differently. She definitely like infiltrated like tribes like that. So like we're saying rest in peace.
No, she's just a little brainwashed. Just a little bit.
I think it's just a little brainwashed.
Just a
I
little
think
bit.
that there's one half that's brainwashed and there's other half that's like, the fuck she do for me?
And they actually I don't think they know the things that she did behind the scenes that were kind of like trifling. That's
Yeah,
what it
I
was.
just couldn't believe I saw that because I'm like, I love Viola.
I
So
love it.
she was like the only person. It was like other couple people where I was like,
And you would think she wouldn't.
oh my God, something else too, guys, that hit me really hard. David Arnold, the comedian, died.
I am.
Yes. Now it's crazy because I really got introduced to him because of Michael because he loves comedy. But then he was on Black Love. I love Black Love. Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I love Black Love. If y'all have not checked it out, please check it out. It's such a great.
She got me on that show. It's a good show.
Oh my
It is
God,
a good
it's
show.
such
You
a
should
good
watch
docu
it.
series, and it just makes my heart warm, and I just love it so much.
Gives you a little bit of hope.
Yeah,
don't it?
That's what my older sister said.
It gives me a little bit of hope. When I was watching with you, I was like, okay, maybe.
Yeah, and it's funny because you know me.
Maybe.
I go where you. I'm very much go where you're celebrated, not tolerated.
I'm gonna be where the gas resides.
Yeah,
I say that all the time.
So I think people get confused because of my view on like interracial relationships and like Black love. I'm not against Black love.
No, she just doesn't want struggle.
I just don't want people to limit themselves. I don't want women to limit themselves. I don't
We
want
just don't
them.
want struggle love in general.
In
It doesn't matter
general.
what race you are.
I am an advocate for Black love if it's healthy. Not Tyler Perry love storyline, you know.
She's forever gonna say that.
But I really encourage Black women to go where they are celebrated, not tolerated.
I love me a black man. Girl.
Yeah, and I'm always going to stand on that. So yeah, and I love Black men,
I love you.
and I love me some ethnic men.
All ethnic men. Yes.
I do.
All different flavors.
I do. But yeah, you need to go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. Life is too short.
It
And
is.
yeah, going back to David Arnold, because they were in Black Love, and he was a comedian, so rest in peace to him. Because I don't know why his story hit me. Like Michael was getting annoyed with me because he's like, "Girl, people."
That's okay, because when Kobe Bryant died, I cried in the shower.
So did
I
Marilyn.
had a whole
I mean,
breakdown.
rest in peace to Kobe Bryant.
Oh my God, I was like going through
real?
it for like 2 days. I was like, wow, I'm really mourning over a man I've never met, but it happens. It really does happen.
I don't know why. I think because like he was just like very funny and like he's like he wrote I don't know, maybe JJ and
Great.
Gray know of the show, but Lele, that girl Lele, he was a writer for that show. It was a couple of shows that I've watched that he was a writer for, and I was like, oh my God. So he was a part of a lot of like Black content.
Yeah.
And I did like them on Black Love, but to hear, and he just died at home, girl. He was 54.
Well, that's good that he died in his sleep.
Yeah. It's just sad because I'm just like,
What he died of, do you know?
no, they said natural causes.
Natural causes
I
at
mean, I don't
54?
know. That's what I said, but I think he had like a history back then. I think when you have,
Oh, yeah, it catches up to
it
you
catches up
after
to
a
you.
while.
So rest in peace to him. Rest in peace to his. Rest in peace to him, and like condolences to his family and his daughters. He had young daughters and stuff. It was just really sad. Like every time I scroll by it, even this morning, I was like, because it's just.
I think I saw it yesterday.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I
just
did.
life is really short, and I think that's what I think that's why. I think because he was doing a tour. He was literally in the beginning of his tour.
Oh.
Yes. He was going to be in New Brunswick in like the 22nd. Crazy. So, you know, life is short. Live your life. That's what I take from that. Like, just live your life. Live in your truth. Like, do what you want to do, because you just never know when your day is going to come.
I know that's right. But not to be so morbid, you know. Let's recap the week, though.
Yeah.
How was your week?
I was relaxing, girl. I was working and relaxing. I really am. There was something I saw on Twitter, and it was saying, the quote was like, I'm enjoying my real life more than the internet these days. I mean, I feel like I always enjoy my real life, but I felt like that was really like, I don't know, it just hit home
like
for
you
me.
Resonated with
I
it.
really resonated with it, because it's true. I just feel like I'm enjoying like my real life right now, and like, this is enough. I feel like this is enough. We pour out our lives every week, right, for an hour and some change, and I'm just enjoying going and being a recluse.
Yeah, girl. I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel you. I mean, I'm always a recluse.
Yeah, I'm
but
like-
that's anything new for me.
Yeah.
But I am too.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it last night, actually. I was scrolling on Instagram, and I'm like,
I'm
we
so
haven't
over
been posting
Instagram.
like that.
No, I'm so over Instagram, girl.
And I don't know if it's because we're getting older or if it's just
I don't
'cause
give a
it's
shit.
Instagram, you know? It's social media.
And honestly, I'm just so tired of facades that it's just like, man, I'm popping in real life. Get to know me, bye.
Get to know me by.
I'm so over
Get to
social
know
media.
me, bye.
Yeah, and then like Instagram is weird now. Like the algorithm is very weird. They're giving me people that I do not follow, nor do I care. I mean,
Well, that's because I heard that if you don't make reels, like your content doesn't pop up on anybody else's page.
which is stupid.
I know. I don't know why. I don't know.
So with that being said,
I guess they're monetizing off of it.
not only that, Britt, I just feel like everything is reused, monotonous. Everything is the same. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We were talking about that Munch song.
Oh God.
That nigga Munch. Do what I want. Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe you like that song.
I don't. I
Oh.
was forced into liking it.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So I will not lie to you guys.
How are you forced into liking it? I need to know this story. I just heard it for the first time yesterday, guys, and it is ratchet. Why do you like that song?
Well, I like New York drill. I'm a Bronx chick at heart, so
I
I'm
do
just
too,
like,
but like that song, I
still listen to Fabio. I don't know if people listen to Fabio. I like Fabio. He a little drill rapper.
Oh,
I be getting in my little hood bag or whatever.
Me too, but I can't get with the song first. I don't know. Maybe I gotta listen to it another.
I liked it. I like because it's
another
cocky.
time around.
I
It
like what
is,
she's saying.
but-
She's saying that, like, you know, you just eat it. You thought I was feeling you. That nigga Munch. You know, so my cockiness is like, you thought I was feeling you? But I was annoyed.
She's definitely from Queens.
She's from Bronx.
She's from the Bronx.
Yeah, girl, you can't tell. She's from the BX.
She's not my cousin. They're from the Bronx. I mean, they're from Queens.
Yeah, she's from the BX, girl.
Ah.
Girl, she was twerking in the middle of, like, I think it was Crotona Park or something. Maybe it was Van Cortlandt. Shout out to the BX. But she
Shout out to the BX.
I don't know if she was in Van Cortlandt or she was in Pelham. She was in one of them parks.
She's blonde hair, right? She's young.
Yeah,
She's a young
Cortona.
girl.
She was in one of them parks, and she's
She's
over there.
cute.
She was, you know, I'm like, damn, they really in the middle of the hood. Anyway, I fucks with it. But I was annoyed by the song. You know why?
Why?
Because, God, girl, I think also where I'm at in life is like, I'm just really annoyed that people lack originality.
I guess that's why I don't like the song.
No, not so much her.
No, she sounds like everybody else.
Not so much her. I think I think in people. So like one day, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I was on Instagram, and I happened to actually like watch people's stories. Brittany, I'm not lying to you. The 5 consecutive freaking stories of different people. That nigga Munch. I eat it for lunch. I said, damn. I was forced to go and look at the video. Cause I'm like, does anybody make real shit anymore? You know, like,
I just heard it for the first time yesterday.
cause it's infectious, cause it's been everywhere.
Yeah, it was on my iPad actually.
Yeah, so I was like, I gotta know. So I was going on like a boycott. I'm like, I'm not about to finish. I'm not about to listen to the song or watch this video
Like how
because
people boycott soft girl era.
everybody.
We gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. I get annoyed when Black women talk about it. That's why.
Me too.
It's a trigger for me.
Me too.
Because it's like, all our life we have to fight.
And you still want to fight for what? Or you're missing the meaning.
You're
of
missing
it.
the meaning of
We'll
it.
get back to that.
And you're
But go
taking
ahead.
away from people.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah. Go back to that.
But you know, Libras annoy me. Love y'all, but y'all annoy me sometimes. Because it be giving worry about your yard. Okay.
Or are you just trying to be different on purpose? Because, like, all right, we'll go back.
Anyway, so that song was, yeah, I just felt like everybody was posting it, and I was like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and I'm also in this era of myself where it's like the music that you listen to is very, I feel like it does affect your state of mind.
Absolutely.
So if we, don't get me wrong, I love F&F. It was a cute like summer song, but you will never
So
hear.
you did like that song?
F&F?
Yeah.
It's catchy, but I don't like the content behind it.
Oh, yeah,
No, I don't.
Either,
because then we can't say we want a real man and then like I'm F-R-E-E-F niggas. Like, who you dating then? I don't like the message. I don't like the message because we're looking for a soft love. You're looking for a real man, and we can't say we want this love and then like, oh fuck niggas. It's not like, it's just not doing what it needs to do. I just feel like it's not.
I thought she was talking about being FN free, like the people who betrayed her.
No, she's talking about.
Now she's single
I don't gotta
again.
worry about this Negro cheating on me.
I totally misread that.
Yeah.
I totally misread that.
I don't gotta worry about this nigga cheating. I don't gotta worry about him doing nothing. I don't gotta worry, I don't gotta worry about him not having no money. Like, and of course, like in some of the lines, it's like, oh, she said she can't come outside today. Guess she's scared.
Wait,
so,
what?
Yeah, I guess at one line she's talking about fighting. So it's like, it's talking about fighting the bitch. Like,
listen, my friends laugh at me. A kid laughs at me because I'll be like, what are they talking about? I'm such a grandma when it comes to music. And
listen, I love words, So even if I don't like a song, I'll listen
Pop
to
Smoke was 50 Cent.
Girl, we will not get into that because I'm like, girl, you're my age. But I know there's other people who are my age who are like that, who are just like,
what?
They're like,
I
who's
think
that?
it's the context behind it. Mm-hmm. It's just like, what? I can't get down with it. I can't.
Yeah. So I think it was cute. It was a cute little anthem. But you would never had like if we were at parties. I don't know if you remember if we were at parties and we were out, like it would come on and I would just be like, okay, I'm waiting for this to pass because I'm definitely not
we were at the Philly Fest.
Yeah, and everybody's going crazy, and I'm
fun.
just like, I feel like the song is degrading to like men.
It kind of is.
It is, and I feel like we're in a state. I just feel like we're in like two different places sometimes. I feel like we talk out of both sides of our mouth. Mm-hmm. We want these real love, and we want a man to be this, attentive and doesn't cheat. But then we're like, fuck nigga, I don't need you. And it's like. So either you do or you don't.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of like balanced, though. Kind of.
I'm not feeling it.
I'm not either, but I guess it's balanced. I was trying to be like,
oh my God. Yeah. And I need a Birkin.
But let's get back to soft girl era because this does annoy me too.
Okay, so unpack it.
So I feel like it's a great thing. I feel like who made this up? Do you know? Whatever.
Black
I don't
women.
care.
I think black women made it up.
Whoever made it up.
We are now
kudos to you.
We're doing more luxury things that our parents. My parents were on no. My mom was on no goddamn yacht with her friends.
I feel like people who are downplaying it they're misreading the message out of it.
Definitely.
And don't do that.
So what does soft girl era mean to you?
I just feel like it's a soft life. Like I don't gotta worry about the struggles.
Yeah.
And just not even like material struggles, just in struggles like with my mind, struggles with situations. You know what I'm saying? Like people. Yeah. It's just a soft girl era for me.
We ain't doing Oprah Winfrey. All my life I had to fight. Wade in the water.
But I saw somebody talking about it on Twitter how they hate it. And it was a black woman.
I know.
And I was just like, why? Why do you hate it so much? You're living in it. I look at her and I'm like, you're living in it.
Yeah, but I think because that's always been her life, she didn't see it that way. I think because her experience has always been on the more privileged side.
Okay.
To her, it's regular life. So why are you making this an ode? Like, why are we making such a big deal of it? Because this is regular life for her. But in reality, it's not. All's my life I had to effing fight. So it's definitely soft girl era. And not only so much like you said, material, it's also just being in your feminine and not having to like, okay, babe, you don't like something sometimes, and not everything constitutes a reaction.
Not having to chase and more to attract. So I feel like that's what the soft girl era is to me. I'm in an energy of attracting.
And when that person said that, that's what I said. I said it's more of like, being softer, just not always having to have your guard up and fight and be like this angry person and like, wearing the chip on your shoulder. And I think a lot of, I've had this conversation a lot. I think Black women, we're so used to taking care of Black and brown women. Yeah. We're just so used to having shit on our back and taking care of everything and having to be lead that sometimes when we are around different counterparts who are kind of like in their feminine or dealing with the opposite sex, we don't really know how to turn that down because it's all we know because we have to get it out the mud.
It's almost kind of awkward.
It's almost kind of awkward, even the way
I'm speaking for myself.
Even talking, I feel like I used to talk way more harder. I used to be like, kind of like the F&F song. I used to talk mad hard. Like I feel like I still can talk hard, but I just feel like certain things I'm just like, whatever. Like tomato, potato. Like I don't have the same anger towards it. I feel like too, when you're in soft girl era, you choose your battles.
I feel like when you're in soft girl era, you're just not fighting with your mind anymore.
And people.
And your ego.
I
just feel like it's in a flow.
And you're not taking anything personal.
No.
But I think some people, on the other hand, soft life is also like going to the spa.
And treating yourself,
That's the other side of it. Going on the yachts with your friends.
It is.
Taking beautiful, luxurious trips. Things that we didn't see our Black...
Romanticizing yourself.
Things that we did not see our parents do.
Romanticizing yourself.
Yeah. And we got to keep it G. I didn't see my mom going on girls trips and just having just the girls and doing luxurious things with her friends. Like that wasn't something that they had time for.
I definitely didn't see my mother doing that.
So
because she didn't have friends to call.
Right. So. But they were very nuclear family.
They were.
Oriented, So I think that's also a part of it. Just us taking time out to do things we have never really done. And I just want people to be like, I just hope that we're understanding of where everybody's at. Okay, so if somebody's like, I'm in my I use soft life a lot because when I when I visualize soft life, I just visualize flowers around me. It's kind of like that
a life of ease.
That life of ease,
a life of ease.
Even down to like dating, I feel like there's certain things where I'm just like, okay, you're right. In my head, I'm like, if you want to do it, let him do it. Like, all my life I had to fight.
Let the man do it.
Let the man do it. Now, I will say, part of me has kind of always been like that. Cause like I remember one time somebody was like, oh, you could do it yourself, like putting something up, and I was like, or maybe it was my car, something crazy, and I was like, why would I do that? In my mind, I used to leave space for like a man, so if he came into my life, those are the things he would do. Cause why the F am I gonna why would I work on my car?
That's fair.
Why would I fix certain things in my house?
Listen, I recently just met a man, and I told him, I said, listen, I kept it real, I kept it G. I was like, I'm not a strong Black woman anymore. Those days are over. I need to be taken care of. I'm serious. Like, he was like, bet. I was like, yeah, because them days is over.
Them days is over. And
I don't want to be Superwoman every day. I just don't.
I was watching a podcast and I forgot what podcast it was. And in the podcast, they were discussing that maybe it was Good Choices, Bad Moms. But it was because it was LaToya talking about it. And she was saying,
love to LaToya.
Yeah, sons see their moms, Black and brown people primarily, see their moms getting out the murder and working hard and seeing them like wear on their backs, like the responsibilities of holding down a household. So what happens is when they get older, they date women. And they date Black women or brown women, and then it's like, oh well, like my mama did this, so like it ain't nothing. Like it should be easy for you.
Absolutely.
And it's like, nah, that's not like regular life. Like
for that person.
And I was also looking at this meme. Well, she was doing it. It was on TikTok. I forget her name, but it was an educational TikTok, and she was saying how 50-50 doesn't make sense in relationships because this also goes back to soft life because. When we look at the grand scheme of things, this is how I felt about it. If you meet a good man it can be 50-50 because a good man, when you have children and you bear children.
50-50 meaning what? Monetary?
Monetary.
Okay.
And they were saying how women and men should split things 50-50. And she was saying how that doesn't work because when you go into the grand scheme of things and we're in a household, women's work it will never be 50-50 for us.
Will always outweigh.
It will always outweigh because we hold down the house, we make sure it's clean, we cook, we bear the children, we take care of the children. And
listen,
man is going to go out to work and he's not really responsible for anything.
So I'm going to speak on this because I've actually been through this, okay?
Yeah.
Bearing child, being with somebody, doing 50-50.
Hell
and,
no. Hell no.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense for the simple fact that it'll never be 50-50 because it's not 50-50.
Yeah.
The woman is always going to be doing more of the work.
Yeah. Well, I think
if you have that partner,
I'm about to say, I feel like it
lets you do that work.
I feel like it depends on who you date.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does.
Because
it does.
It does. It just does because for my own life, I could see how it would really be a shared domesticated. We would have shared roles, like in no gender roles. It would be shared roles because that person is just really good at jumping in and doing those things and get it done, not waiting on me to do it.
To go back to what you were talking about with what you read or you saw. Mm-hmm. It don't make sense. Mm-hmm. And I'm just, it don't make sense.
Yeah. And I say that to say if it doesn't make sense, if I think that we end up, I got to be careful with my words. If you date somebody who's primarily like machismo, which is kind of like, I'm the man, and he's like stuck in his ego as being the man, then you are going to be having 150% of, I'm serious, 150% of the responsibility. But I think if you date somebody who is not really big on gender roles, is not really big on man ego, y'all gonna work together.
It's somebody who's helpful.
Yeah, helpful.
Okay, somebody
Definitely.
who's helpful and sees you and actually cares about you.
Yeah,
it's not gonna be like that. But
it's not. Yeah,
some people are okay with letting the woman do all the work, and that's crazy to me.
And that's the part where I'm like,
that's crazy to me. It don't make sense.
I pray that you guys can see what type of person they are because
why when I met this man I told him I ain't doing that no
more. So you know where I stand. Yeah.
Like
And I used to be this person that's like, oh, don't date nobody with kids. But I do feel like in my being 32 that when you do date somebody and they do have a kid, it's a good way to show you how they show up for their child and the mother of their child.
Absolutely.
How you feel about that?
It's so weird because when I meet men, they ask me, this is so funny. This is gonna sound so contradictory, but I used to be the person, I have a kid now, y'all. Mm-hmm. I have a whole 8-year-old. I used to be the person to be like, I'm not dating a man with a child.
I remember that.
And I have a child.
But you're not the first woman that I know with kids that said that.
But it was because I know, at the time, my dynamic was favorable, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people have that dynamic that I have, right? Mm-hmm. So I know that it comes with baggage. Yeah. And you're going to have to unload and unpack that yourself. Like, I can't,
definitely.
So I was the person to be like, I'm not dating no man with kids. But as I got older, as my child grew, I'm like, well, come on now. You can't be like that. I can't be contradictory. Yeah. I can't.
And you might block blessings that way.
And I've met a lot of amazing men who have children. Yeah. So.
Very good. Like, honestly, like, good-hearted, like, just.
I know that sounds crazy,
especially when they're black. It's just like, wow, like, you are just really doing the damn thing.
Right? It's attractive.
It's very attractive when you hold it down. Like Drake said. It's attractive when you hold it down. Definitely. So, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to clarify another thing. Because we clarified soft girl era. I want to clarify manifesting. Because
I was just looking at that.
You probably like, why'd you put that down?
Yeah, I was wondering.
Okay, so I was on Instagram the other day, and a person that I knew, she's very religious. Okay, whatever. We love God. Mm-hmm. She was like, stop talking about manifesting, start talking about praying.
Manifestation.
Okay.
Prayer is
so let's not be ignorant.
Okay, because manifestation is prayer.
Praying is, so first you pray, and then manifesting is doing the work after you pray. Because you're not just going to pray and get what you need. I'm sorry. That's not how it works.
And even if you're in the church, there's prayer and work, and they always say that.
Faith without works is dead.
It's dead.
Don't they say that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. It makes me so mad because I'm like, maybe as a spiritualist, it makes me triggered because I'm like,
you're boxing somebody
You're
in.
boxing somebody in just because I'm using this word. You're being ignorant because you don't know what the word means.
Yeah, and how it relates to your life because you're manifesting all the time.
Exactly.
We're manifesting all the time. When you think about something that you really want and that you like, there's so many times where I've, even down to like riding in my car sometimes, not to make it a material thing, but riding in my car and I'm like, damn, I remember when I used to just look at this car and other people had it. And I said, I want a Jeep. And I'm riding a Jeep. And it's like little things like that, or where you live, like just being on the path that you're at spiritually. Like, I remember feeling like I wanted to be at peace, and wow, you look up. Literally, you look. That's how manifestation works. You just look up one day, and you're like, oh my God, this is what I prayed for.
Exactly.
So I don't know who's.
She really is a non-factor, but I'm just saying, like.
But that's the talking point.
Yeah, like that message made me mad because I was just like, why are you?
And there's people who are praying and still don't know themselves. Because I know plenty of people who are like, I don't do crystals and I don't do full moon baths. I believe in God.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, God, yeah, he know me.
With God. But I'm sorry, he created all those things.
But I laugh sometimes because those same people who say I believe in God make horrible choices in dating people.
Oh. Okay, now. Hey.
So, I'm going to just tell it like it is. Because those same...
I swallowed my gum on that one accident.
Or they make just horrible choices with people or just in life in general. And you're like, but I thought you told me that God is your savior. So why did he save you from that shit?
Stop it, Akita.
I'm just keeping it. Y'all know me. I don't give finette. I'm going to say it how it is.
Because it's
ignorance.
It's ignorance. And I just want you to know that manifesting is part of prayer. It's the second part, okay? You pray and then you go get what you just pray for.
Oh my God, that's that song. That and Corinne Hawthorne.
Yeah, like it's true.
I love her.
I was triggered. I was just a spiritualist trigger when I read it because I was just like, I feel like you're coming for me now because I say it manifest all the time.
It makes your shoulders twinge a little bit. Like you get like this.
You know, I'd be like, what you talking about?
Yeah, because you talk about me, but not
even like. Are you talking about me? It's just you're ignorant.
Yeah, I think we have to be also to a spiritualist and people of God. I think we all, if you are a person who solely just believes in, Christianity or Catholicism, whatever your religion is,
and just the Bible, that's good. But
remember that spirituality, any spiritual divination you're part of, you shouldn't be judging. The only person that can judge is God.
Absolutely.
And
for that.
For real. True. And you can't be pointing your hands, especially sometimes if they're dirty. We all are humans and we all F up. Nobody's perfect. Mm-hmm. So you can't tell somebody how to praise something else or pray. You just can't. And you have to be careful with that. Because as you are judging and making those judgments, God's watching you as well.
Uh-huh. Okay, say it again.
And he humbles those that think they know shit.
Okay, because they'll put you right in the same position.
Where you might be asking somebody like me or Britt for some extra help, for some prayer to push it forward. Stop playing with me. Don't play upon my head top.
Don't play upon my head top.
So that's actually good that you brought that up because I feel like
to say that because it was triggering me all week. I'm like, why should she keep?
And do you feel like people get scared when you say manifestation? They're like,
I think they're more okay. So it's a mixture of
brujeria.
Yes, and she's Hispanic. So I
Barbara
feel
like that one.
I'm stupid. I feel like it's a mixture of ignorance and just being scared.
Yeah, definitely.
But I think that ignorance is because you're scared.
Definitely.
Of the unknown.
Oh, yes,
right?
the fear of the unknown. Yeah, definitely.
Lemon pon de clock.
Yeah.
So
fear of the unknown.
She's just scared.
Yeah.
She used to be scared. I used to walk because
No, say it. Say it like
I used to work with this girl.
Yeah.
And I used to walk in with my crystals and whatever. This is when I first started my business. So people at my job were buying my things, right? And she was like, I'm really proud of you. I'm like, you want some? She was like, no, it's okay. It's all right, She's like, I'm down with God. I'm like, me too, girl. What you talking about?
Yeah, why? But I think that's the...
What's wrong with you?
That's when it gets insulting to me, when somebody's like, oh, no, I just believe in God. So what you think I believe in?
Satan? Like, I don't believe in that man, so I don't...
How you think I'm where I'm at today?
Like, I don't know, girl. It was...
I even had a friend one time when I sent them the Psalms book. She knows who she is. She watches this. She asked me for the Psalms.
Did she really? I think I know who you're talking about.
She liked the Psalms. She likes the Psalms because sometimes every once in a while we'll put it up, you or me. And she liked it. She was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, it's the book of Psalms.
Maybe it's calling you for a reason.
Yeah. But when I sent her the books, she automatically was like, girl, it says like death and stuff on top. I said, well, do you know me to do anything with death? Do you know? You know how I am. I was like, do you know me to do anything with black magic?
And
so
it's not even
so
just
if it's
that.
not for you, go past it. But that's the thing. I think people are like, there's like ways to be dark in the. There's ways to use God as darkness. Like, like to work with Lucifer. Like Lucifer worked with God at one point. So it's just like, not to get deep or whatever, but it's just like it can be insulting to spiritualists, especially when I'm a light.
Right. I'm not vibrating.
I'm a light. Like, don't fuck with me.
Right.
I'm a light. So to say to me, I saw that it said death and like, binding people. Like, girl, I don't know what
people do it. People do.
But I don't
that.
know what that about.
But
I
don't know what that about.
I don't know what that be about. And you know me. So don't ask me no stupid shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't do that. I don't do black magic. I just don't. Yeah, like, I love her, love you to death. But I was like annoyed. Like, I kind of was like, but my initial reaction was to get like defensive. But I was like, you know what?
I understand why.
I understand.
Asking.
Because you
are ignorant. You don't know.
You don't know, and you only study
and I don't
the
mean
Bible
ignorant in a bad way. I mean ignorant as in just the definition of just not knowing. That's all.
What's crazy is that the Book of Psalms comes from the readings, right? So the fact that she even was like, I'm like, but don't you read the Bible? Mm-hmm. So what? This is just an extension. Mm-hmm. So why are we fearful?
It's a whole book in the Bible.
You can use the word for anything.
Everything, y'all.
Okay.
We're gonna get into that next season.
Yeah. So just be mindful when you speak to spiritualists, like how you sound, because sometimes it's like it's almost like an assumption.
But then it's also funny to me because it's like, if you think that I do that, why are you talking crazy to me like that? why would you talk crazy to me like that? That's another topic, but
remember, spirituality, there's people who are in the light and there's people who practice dark and there's people who practice both. Mm-hmm. How you choose to use those
left and right hand workers.
Yes, just like there's leftists and there's right freaking people. There's darkness and there's light everywhere. Mm-hmm. Okay. How people choose to navigate is on them, but when you come to Miard, just know I'm not operating Brittany, like we are in light. We're operating in light. I don't even like light and black candles, bro. And I said this before on the show.
You did say that.
I don't even like black.
I light a black candle for protection, not for anything else.
And even then, I still be worried, like, oh my God, what if I thought
it's black? Right?
What if I thought on a wavelength where the evil saw that I was seeing?
She really don't, y'all. Let me tell you something. She really does not like black candles.
I will
remember
use
I texted
everything.
you about something one time. You're like, I don't fuck with that. You know I don't fuck with no black candle.
Because I just feel like you have to be very careful. You have to be in the right state of mind, because what you do can literally boomerang back to you.
Yeah, it can be catastrophic, y'all.
And I love my camp, so I'm very like, I need to keep everything and be careful what how I use these things.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like into baths. I feel like it's a safer way for me. Or if I really want to do a black candle, I'm probably like asking somebody to do it for me.
I was gonna say that.
Because I'm like, even return to senders.
You don't like those either.
Because you got to be careful, bro.
You do have to be careful.
I've seen, I have, Eve's Bayou. Eve's Bayou is like...
That's my movie. Wow, I'm going to go home and watch that.
Yeah.
That's my movie.
Girl. So Eve's Bayou is one of those things, like one of those many movies where I'm like, you got to be careful what you wish for, because... You just might get it.
That's where it started for me, y'all.
Eve's Bayou.
I was like 7 years old watching Eve's Bayou. That was my movie with Journey.
If you've never seen that, you're going to see why. Like, okay, this is why she be a little scared. Because I'm like...
Yeah, because they had to wait for that the little boy to die.
Girl, stop. Don't tell them. Let them go watch it. Because it gets dark. That's like one of the many movies where I was like, and Practical Magic.
I've never seen that movie.
I don't want another heartbreak.
It's your favorite movie. I saw it the other day. I was going to watch it. I'm going to watch it too. It's going to be my movie day.
What, Practical Magic? Mm-hmm. I love...
It's about romance, right? They have like a curse.
It's a curse on the family.
For love, right?
Yeah. So, but it's just, it gets deeper than that. Mm-hmm. But it's just, I just love Practical Magic.
I'm going to watch it.
It's like one of my sisters, like it's our definitely our, we used to call it's one of our Pharaoh specials. Like, we all love Practical Magic, but it was one of those things too where it's about curses and be careful what you wish for, and be careful what you do,
because you just might
might get it. But it's a beautiful story at the end, because manifesting something that you gotta watch,
which is praying.
Something that she manifested from young comes back around full circle when she's older. It's really dope.
I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I really think you should.
So that's a movie recommendation. What about book recommendations?
Well,
are you reading anything now?
I started rereading The Four Agreements.
You did?
You inspired me to reread them again. And then Well, I was gonna read some other book, but you know what? I saw that and I was on my way here and I'm like, why can't I remember the book that I was finna go read that I was gonna buy? I was actually gonna buy it, but for some reason I cannot remember the book. And it was like not like a self-help, but it's more like about not self-help, just more like self like just like loving yourself.
Yeah.
Kind of like one of those books like about yourself and how you could work on yourself to get where you need to get.
Where you need to get.
Yeah.
I have 2. So besides the 4 agreements, because I'm on the last
I'm always
chapter.
all about love. Bell hooks. That's like
bell hooks.
and then you know me, the master. I'm always especially if you're going through a self-love journey. I'm always going to recommend. I will never forget. My best friend told me to read it like 2 years ago, a year or 2 ago, and that was one of the best, and it's from the same guy as the 4 Agreements.
Yeah,
the Mastery of Love. Just awesome.
I will get to it one day. I promise
Yeah,
you.
it's really good. I feel like you should.
I'm probably gonna do it today.
Yeah, you should probably read
Movie
it.
and book day. Okay.
You should probably read it sooner than later.
Oh, that was okay.
Yeah, I think
there's a message in that.
I think you would definitely benefit from reading The Mastery of Love.
Okay. All right.
I feel like I changed a lot after I read it.
There's 2. This one's a self-help book. It's more just like for financial things.
Oh.
It's The Millionaire Next Door. It's a really good book.
Oh my God, Rich Dad Poor Dad. You should read that.
That's a good one. You could get that on what's it called? Audio.
Audio. I'm not an audiobooks person, guys.
I'm not either, but if you're not, you could like listen to it in your car.
I'm like a tangible.
Me too. I need a
touch
book
the paper.
Smell the pages.
Yeah.
I'm like that too.
Put a book.
I
love
sit down in Barnes and
bookmarks.
Nobles.
I love bookmarks.
Yeah, I'm the person in the aisle, and they're like, "You
go
like
home.
you buy and go," but I'm like sitting down reading.
That's
me. And there's this I forgot the name.
No.
Damn. But it's good. So one of the chapters tells you to listen to this. Write your obituary, your own obituary.
It's a little morbid.
It is a little morbid, but it helps you. Like it's supposed to.
What to do?
Put you in a frequency where you are able to achieve everything you want to while you're living. So your obituary looks like how you wanted your life to be. And so then you go out and go do it. Kind of thing. So you reflect on the things that you want your life to look like after you're gone.
Yeah.
That people remember you for, and so you do it while you're living. So it actualizes.
Okay, I can see that.
I was like, that's actually kind of dope.
That's actually good exercise.
It is a good
When you think about it, because what do you want to see in your life? I want to see my ass on
I
a
think
goddamn.
it's called Read This Book, Then Burn It.
Oh,
Because there's
I
like different
that.
exercises.
Yeah.
So like you do it and then you just forget about it.
I'm saying it right here on the screen. If anybody ever sees this, I'm trying to be on somebody's soundtrack of a movie. I'm trying to be on somebody's red carpet sooner than later. I'm tired of watching these red carpets from home.
And you're not on it.
I need to be on it.
I would love to interview somebody.
I would love to interview.
On the red carpet.
Even if you want me in your movie, I love to act. So just let me know.
Let your girl know.
I feel like age has been a big component of why I haven't embarked on a lot of things.
Age is just a number.
And it's funny because yesterday, someone just came into me and I just started singing. And I haven't really sang like that in a while, which is funny. I feel like I do these things and then I stop, and then I do these things and I stop. And I was just singing, and then Michael was like, we were supposed to shower or whatever together. So I was like, why you ain't come to the shower?
Because you was blowing, girl.
And he was like, honestly, Keena, you just seem so relaxed.
Peaceful.
And so he was like, you were really like singing it down. And he was like, you just seem so at peace that I didn't want to like interrupt that. And it was funny because I was just singing like a lot of childhood favorites of mine that I always said, like if I want American Idol. I was singing. So when I'm in the shower, or I'm doing karaoke, I tend to do songs that if I ever want American Idol, that I would sing on auditions. So that's me in my head.
That.
So I think that age plays a big component of why I didn't embark on a lot of journeys.
Same. But I'm getting back to what I want to do.
Yeah, but I need to like not care.
I'm a really good writer. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm gonna boast real quick because I just went back and I'm like, damn. I used to have notebooks upon notebooks, Akina. Like my brother would find them when I was younger, and he'd be like, "These are really good."
Yeah.
Like poems. Like I remember we were talking about how he used to write poetry. Like I wrote poetry, but I also wrote stories, like fictional stories. And I would take it to school and make my friend. You
should publish
we're gonna
them.
put that out there.
Yeah, you should publish them. You should definitely publish them.
But yeah.
Yeah.
But like chapters and chapters, I would take them to school. I remember shout out to Natalie because I'm like, Natalie, read this. She'd be like, these are really good. We were like 14, 15. So I got back to writing, y'all.
Yeah.
I got back to writing.
You got to do what
but
makes
like real life shit.
Yeah. You got to do it. I believe anybody especially if you're a black woman, I feel like anybody could put out a memoir.
You can.
Because you're going through some shit.
You can write a book for days. No, for
you
real.
know, even me, like I think even like going through like I really even like it's a full moon and like retrograde because we're in retrograde.
I forgot about the full moon.
It's today.
I know.
And Mercury's in retrograde.
Or was it yesterday?
What's today? The 10th?
So this guy. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, well, it starts.
It starts 3 days
prior. It was
prior.
beautiful. It
and
was
it's good 3
orange.
days after.
It was gorgeous.
It was orange.
Woo!
Oh.
I was walking. I was in Piscataway.
I didn't see it orange though.
Oh my God, it was so huge.
You know,
it was
colors.
like later in the night. It was up, but when it first, like, it's when it was dusky.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, it was orange.
I saw last night too.
It was almost like you could. It was almost like you could touch it.
Yeah.
It was. Oh my God. Yeah. The moon was getting worse. And it was so. It was beautiful. It was like Auburn. Oh my God, it was beautiful.
Yeah, I did see it last night, but I didn't see it orange.
Yeah, well, it was maybe today you could catch it, but it was like as soon as the sun was going down, it was like that dusky where it's like the sun is kind of like already setting, but the moon's starting to come up.
Yeah.
It was huge because I remember, you know, Michael knows I'm a moon child, so he was like, look at the moon again. I was like, oh my God! I was like, it was so beautiful.
Shout out to this man because this man actually called me and was like, so it's a full moon. What are you gonna do tonight? I was like, I'm sorry. Anybody who like gets in touch with my spirituality, it's like it's a win for me.
Actually, it's funny.
Brownie points.
On the other side of that, I was listening to Ari Lennox. Shout out to Ari Lennox because y'all know I love me some Ari Lennox. Her new album came out, and it was a line in her song. I think it's called POF, Plenty of Fish, and she was saying, "You talking to me about Christian shit, and then next thing I know, you think you gonna get the cookies." Yeah, she's like, you talking to me about your Christianity, but then on the other hand, you trying to get into my cookies.
Oh, and this man's very spiritual.
And she was like, oh hell no, and I thought that was funny. So the other hand of that is like, you know, just have practice discernment.
This person's spiritual before me though.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was really dope that they called and were like, so what you doing for the full moon? I was like, am I supposed to be doing something? Like, I don't do anything for the full moon unless I feel called to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Wow, that's me too. Unless I feel called.
I don't do everything. Every full moon, new moon. No,
and I think sometimes I feel like I do when I'm called and when I have maintenance to do.
Yes.
Today I'm gonna clean. Like I gotta clean the shit out of my house. But other than that, I mean, I don't have anything like planned.
What's this moon in? What sign? Pisces. Oh, it's my moon sign.
Really?
It is my moon.
Yeah, I'm Pisces. It's full moon in Pisces.
That's funny. The moon is in my moon.
So I just feel very relaxed. It's very like, you know.
I'm gonna cry a little bit because it's Pisces.
I was read for filth the other day. So I was like, oh, I got some things I got to work on still. It's funny. It goes back to our episode of Trust. And really? I was like, I was like, damn, I got to work on some things. Because I do have trust issues. So maybe I might like release that a little bit. But I think that's therapy material more than, I'll be honest with you, some things I feel like you can pray and manifest or, you know, cleanse through. But then there's other things where I'm like, I need a therapist, honey.
A therapist.
Yeah. So it made me realize, damn, I need to get back into therapy because I was in therapy for a while. I'm like, you know what, let me get back in there.
Me too.
Yeah, so let me get back in there. Cause I was read for filth. Okay, this black man said, if you don't fix this, it ain't gonna work. And I said, oh my God, nobody ever did that to me before. So I need to get my life together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah. And I was like, I feel so bad. Like I just feel so bad. And I never, listen, I be doing shit and I be like, I'm standing on that shit 10 toes down. But that's how I know, like, too, I'm in a different place in life.
Me too.
You know, it's like,
wow.
It's like, oh my God, I gotta check myself before I wreck myself.
Yes.
No, because I can wreck myself. Yes. So, yeah. So good on the book recommendations. And you know what? You should like definitely like journal or jot stuff down.
Yeah. Me or in general?
In general.
Oh yeah. I journal. I journal. I love journaling. I like to read. Definitely do. Reading is, I feel like reading is not like a lost art, but I feel like people don't talk about reading as much and how therapeutic it could be. It is.
You know, and that like just reading, whether it helps you or not, or it's fictional, that it's just therapeutic. And it's another way to kind of get out of like the monotony of this stupid ass social media world. Now I know I'm saying that and we're going to be on YouTube, Spotify, Anchor,
and Instagram.
Instagram. But guys, we are in it. We're not of it.
All the secrets are in books. I'm not even kidding.
The gems.
All the gems and the secrets and the keys to life are in books.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to read them. They're in between the
pages.
Well,
they think, and they especially don't think we want to read them.
Exactly. Not for real. It's in books.
So
open the book.
yeah,
That's
definitely.
your spiritual tip.
You remember that song
for this week?
Remember that song?
Open a book.
Do you remember that song? I mean, it's very derogatory, y'all. But I'm about to sing it.
up?
Read a book, nigga. Read a book.
I'm not what?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm Brittany.
Who's it from?
I don't know. I think it was like something on YouTube real quick.
Read a book, nigga. Go read a book. For real though, read a book. Read a book.
Yeah, guys, because you know what?
Do it.
Just do it. Because this, I'm just really disappointed in like, I was seeing that something that Kanye said because I love Kanye.
Love
guys.
hate Kanye. We have a love hate relationship with Kanye.
No, I love Kanye.
Oh, now you love him.
No, I don't have a love hate Kanye.
I thought we had a love hate.
No. I don't love hate. I mean, I don't like how he handles things because it's like, boy, you literally stuck your thing into this white woman. Now you're complaining she's a white woman. Whatever.
I love old Kanye.
But I love Kanye's like business mind. His genius mind. He's a genius, and which is why he's a little like out there. Mm-hmm. He's out there, and I like people who are like,
what did he say?
Out there. And today he was saying how everybody has a bit of mental health issues.
Oh, absolute. Child.
And he was on a panel, and he was saying how everybody has a bit of mental health issues, especially because we are forced into like group thinking, and we are forced. This is why I fucks with this man sometimes, because I'm like, you out there, but it's because you in space.
It's true though.
And you bringing it back down. Because you know, some people who are like schizophrenic, I know people are like, Akina, you're crazy. But people who are schizophrenic or have other like mental issues sometimes are in a different vibration and are in a like almost like a third, like are in like middle
like a
earth.
4D?
They're like, yes, they're like in a 4D, and they're able to where you
Tap
talk
into different spirits.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you might talk to them and they're like, oh, they fucking psycho. But if you're like a spiritualist, sometimes if you really listen to what they're saying behind all like
I get it.
the craziness, you're like,
I understand
that doesn't make sense. So he was saying that we're all trained to do group thinking, and he was like, and it doesn't help that social media tells you what to think, and that he's like, us as celebrities, you know.
And also in one of my courses that I'm studying, just to interject with that, we don't even use all of our brain. By the way, we only use like 60% of our brain. So
yeah,
the other 40%, like.
Yeah, so
another dimension you could tap into, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so read
That's
a book.
That's the psychology in me, I'm sorry.
No, it's true. Read a book. That's the spiritual tip. Read a book that I want you to take away from this. Read a book.
Open the pages.
Open the pages, and like remember to come home to yourself. Like outside of the noise, outside of the Instagrams, the Twitters, the ballers and shot callers.
Do me a favor today. Take 1 hour to yourself. Yeah. Just one.
Write your obituary.
Write your obituary for an hour.
I'm gonna try to do this a little more, but
no, it's actually a great exercise, you guys.
We'll talk about the fear of death one day, but that's because
I've had many past lives and I've died in all of them.
Yeah, so
very tragically. So
on that note,
okay.
You know what? So it's been great chilling with you guys this season.
Great. Thank you for kicking with us. Another season. Rolling with your besties.
I'm about to percolate.
Okay.
I don't know how to percolate. So yeah.
We love y'all.
Love y'all. Be safe. Sakina and Brown spiritual tip.
Love you.
Peace out. That was so cute.